Hello, Pile One. Welcome to MH Tarot and to this pickacard reading. I am so glad to have you here. Today is a very lovely and a very deep topic that we have. We're gonna take a look at what part of our destiny is finally ready to be changed. And by the end of this reading, if you liked it, if it resonated with you, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And now, let me introduce you to the main card that you chose. It looks like this, and it says, The Seas of Mintaka, Seeing Potential, Bringing Unconsciousness to Light. So, I think this card and this part of your reading, the beginning part of your reading, is mainly talking about what you've done this far when it comes to this specific destiny that we're gonna take a look at. Because I think you've brought a lot of things up to the light. Maybe life forced you to do that, and there were things in life, even though like it was almost like there was no other option for you than to dig deep inside of you and then take it all the way up through you and to the surface for the light to shine on it. And I guess where this reading is taking us is to the fact that by you doing this, by you being so brave to dig deep inside of you, there is a potential that has been released or unleashed, rather, that is very ready to take its space, to step into the light, take the light, all the space there is in the light. And this might have been quite an awesome experience for you to start to experience yourself from your potential, because it looks like there were things blocking it for a long time. And I also see that your potential actually has a very easy and natural way to it when it comes to spending time in light, co-creating with light. Like that light is your potential's natural habitat. So there's no wonder that when you started to bring more light into the darkness and more light into the depths of your being, that what came to life was that thing that feeds off light, was that thing that wants to coexist with light. Let me also just shuffle your oracle deck, eller tarot deck, sorry. So I guess by now we've actually gotten to see the destiny that is ready to be changed for you is that your life is ready to go in the direction of your highest potential. And I will take out 5 of these. I have some charms and I will take them out when all of the cards are facing up. So I'm just gonna put them here on the side. Okay, so I feel we've already gotten some very cool and very important information for us to be able to decipher this destiny of yours that is now truly ready. Because what I feel for you is that you've already worked with that part of you that is ready to be changed, that part of your destiny that is ready to be changed. And I'm already feeling that a lot of your reading will be about the destiny that you're now stepping into. that has to do with your potential. So let's take a look at your oracle cards now. And the first one you have is an animal spirit or spirit animal. And it is the butterfly with rebirth. Exactly. So I don't think we're gonna talk that much about the destiny that was before, because it seems like it has already metamorphosed itself. You have, like, we're not going to talk about the caterpillar phase of your life. We're going to talk about the butterfly effect. I was about to say the butterfly phase of your life. So this card says rebirth. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. And you know what? For you, I think that you've gained so much experience and knowledge about life that you're more than happy to love every part of your journey, but you're also so incredibly grateful that that wasn't your whole journey, that you're actually now stepping into a phase where you can experience something completely different on your journey. The next card we have is an archetype card, and it is the Wanderer. I'm getting old soul, wise soul, but also with the Wanderer, a lot of experience. You've seen a lot, you've gone through a lot. And do you see the smile on his face? That is the smile that is connected to love every part of your journey. And the Wanderer is really telling me that your life, if you would sum it up, you would call it a journey. You would see it, like, maybe you see yourself as a wanderer. Maybe you see yourself like sitting in the car or taking trains or something like that. But I think that you can see how your life has had many stops, and what has happened in every stop has led you up to this point in your life where you are now. And I think there is a sense of you that wonders in the polarity of life, how different life can be. But you're just so grateful that the next phase of your life is crystal clear with the Mintaka, the seas of Mintaka. You know, it's said that in Mintaka that the sea was so clear that you could see like down to the bottom for many, many miles. It is also said that the people of Mintaka, that they had this enormous ability, beautiful ability to detect light in everything. So we have two puzzle pieces and this card speaking about something being crystal clear and being two elements that are used to see something very far ahead. So I think that this part of your destiny that is connected to your potential is something that will be part of your journey from now on, probably for the rest of your life. The next oracle card you have is Inner Peace. I don't think you will be alone. I don't think you will be alone in this phase of your life, this part of your journey. Okay, and the next oracle card you have is the Animal Guide of Avalon, the Serpent with the number 23, knowledge and healing. So you've definitely, with the Serpent, shed a lot of skin in this life. I think you've learned how to be adaptable, flexible. I think you can take very good care of yourself. And I think you know how to use your head, you know, with knowledge and healing. I think you can look at things and situations and simply know what the best way is for you to deal with this situation. And I think that is how you have dealt with darkness and sorrow, heartache, with a lot of like a good head on your shoulder. Like you've been almost in a sense pragmatic about it, but you've also been smart about it. It's almost like a sense to you where you're like, okay, if I have gone through a lot of crap, why not turn it into, let's say, just an example, into an income? Why not try to make something good out of this? And I think that is a part of what has also sparked this potential of yours, because by using that type of reasoning, that is actually a reasoning of light. That is a reasoning that you use to be able to shed light on darkness. And by doing that, you have just like, you know, like the snake, how it moves like this. That is the wave that you've created to lure the potential that is inside of you to come up to the surface. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. The first one is the King of Cups, also speaking about healing. So maybe healing is a very important part of, do you see how they are attached to each other? Like I move this, the other one is moving. So they must be energetically connected too. But what I was saying is that I guess healing is or has been a big part of your journey and has played a huge role for you in your rebirth in this life, into this new phase that you have. But I also think the King of Cups speaks of a very, very deep, I think you're very deep. That's what I'm trying to say, that you can understand things, you know, on a very deep level, and you can make it sound easy when you explain that to others. And I think this is a great part of your potential, that whatever it is that your potential is about, if it is about a creation of yours, there will always be a deep aspect to it, where you will be able to explain deep things or convey deep things to others in a way that is like practical for them, in a way that makes sense to them. So whatever it is that you will present or represent as part of your potential, now stepping into this new phase of yours that is part of your destiny that you've created, it will always have an aspect of depth to it. You have the Queen of Swords. You have again the King of Cups. This is a deck that have like several of the court cards, and I've just chosen not to remove them, but to keep them. And you also have the Four of Pentacles. You know, because you've gone through so much, you might actually, in this new phase of yours, feel like taking a break and a big pause to be able to breathe, to be able to integrate your journey this far. And that might actually be the first step that you will take on your new journey, might actually be a big pause and some well-deserved rest. And the next card you have is the Eight of Wands, and then you will get going. You will get going because you're going places, you know. I also feel with the koi fish here, I think it's koi fish, in the Inner Peace card, that it's almost like they're coming up to the surface, because they have so much to say. They've gathered so much wisdom, so much knowledge, so much experience, that they're like like just sit here right next to the water and I will tell you everything about life. I will tell you everything that you need to know because, you know, more or less I know everything. Like that is the sweet energies that I'm getting from these koi fishes. So maybe you will partner up with someone that will really support your communication skills and, more important, the skills you have for depth. And you know, the King of Cups coming up twice. It is like these two, you know how I saw you with a partner of some sort. You will be very much alike, and these two are like these two fishes over here. And you will be very much alike, very much supportive of each other. You will be able to mirror each other in a very loving way, in a very dynamic way also. And you know, I think with the Queen of Swords coming in between the two Kings of Cups, it seems as though underneath the rebirth card with the butterfly, when you stepped into this new phase of yours by cleansing the old destiny to step into the new one that you've created, you've started some sort of like a clock that is now ticking, and it will bring you closer to meet this person. Let me take out some charms for you also and see what else, what more information that I can get about this. But I'm definitely seeing that the first step will actually be rest for you, and then you will get going. Okay, now I'm just gonna spread these out. And let's take a look. Okay, so on the Wanderer, you got the camera charm. Speaking of memories and experiences, but also saving them. I think like you're gonna create something magnificent and loving out of the experiences you've had this far. And you know, with the camera and taking pictures, that is often made to be shared with others. So I'm definitely getting that there is something you will create that you will share with others. You will communicate it. You will also like make the best out of it, that I was picking up on with the serpent, that turn it into a business, making money out of it. Maybe you will like start some type of social media, also with the Eight of Wands and Four of Pentacles here together, that will gather you some followers and popularity, attention, that will also be made into money. So I'm definitely seeing you being wise enough to turn your experiences into something that will benefit you also. Okay, with the Four of Pentacles, you actually have another serpent. And it looks like this. Four of Pentacles and serpent. Is it a cobra? Yeah, it's actually a cobra. You know, I think you will start something from your home. And it might be like on the internet with the Eight of Wands. And I think it will be mesmerizing. It will lure people. Is that a negative word to use? But you know, attract people to it. Wow, that's cool. Okay, so on the butterfly, we have this tribal man that I look at as a shaman that is playing some sort of flute, and he's obviously dancing, right? You can almost hear the music and the drumming, and he's like in the middle of it. And I see actually that this is like a professional shaman that has worked with himself so much, and he has worked with different modalities of sound and light and movement and vibrations, you know, that he is now helping others in the same way that he helped him. So with this coming on the rebirth card, like you've opened up your potential to step into this new destiny of yours that you've created and that you really, really deserve. And it is definitely part of your journey to help others through simply being exactly who you are and what has brought you up to that point. Like, you will bring everything with you, every part of yourself, every part of your story, and every part of your journey with you. And that is what you will present to others. And other will be like, you know, like in a shamanic session, sitting around you almost and taking this in. And you will be able to offer them the same type of healing that offered you. And, you know, this is just an example. I'm not saying that everyone will be a shaman and play flute to other people. But there is definitely an healing aspect of your journey. On the King of Cups, you actually got the heart with the arrow through it. So maybe, you know, part of your journey, because you've healed, because you've rebirthed, because you've cleansed, because you're now crystal clear and a lot of light has come inside of you. Maybe you are now ready to fall in love. Maybe this partner of yours will have that role also for you, you know, with the two koi fishes here and the two King of Cups. But definitely your journey now will be filled with love for you and to you. And you know, when you're operating from your highest potential, oh my God, do people notice it, and do they love it? And that is what is now in front of you. You know, this thing with the Queen of Swords sitting here looking into the future. Well, first of all, she's looking at him, right? So there's definitely some very important aspect of a person coming into your life. But you can also start to plan for the future now that you've stepped into this new phase, or very soon will. Okay, pile one. This was your message about the destiny that has finally changed. But most importantly, this has been your message about the destiny that you are stepping into, that is all about healing and love and potential and light. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to MH Tarot and to this pick a card reading. I am so glad to have you here. Today's topic is a beautiful one, and of course it is an important one too. What destiny is finally ready to be released and to be changed? And also, maybe if the cards allow us, we will be able to see the new destiny that you're stepping into. And by the end of this reading, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I see that I've forgotten to put your main card, and here it is. It is a beautiful card. Doesn't it remind you like of Atlantis or something like that? And it actually also says lost lands. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Okay. So I think with lost lands and soul memories and gifts, the destiny that you're now ready to release and to be free from might be something that you've been working on this whole lifetime of yours here. Might actually be something that you've inherited from other past lives too. And everything is coming to a culmination for you when it comes to this specific destiny that I hope that we will get some more information about. Let me just focus here and see what card it is. It is this one. But I think that, you know, this card also says actually you've done this before. So I think you're well traversed in your destiny. I think that this lifetime right now is when you're gonna do it, gonna change it and gonna get rid of it forever and ever. And I also think that from this, let's take that one that jumped out. There will come a lot of gifts from it also. So I don't think it will be just a lot of hardships and things to overcome. I think there will also be many things for you to gain from this destiny that is now changing for you. Okay. I actually have all the cards that I need right now. So let's take a look and see if we can just find out like what characteristics is there to this destiny of yours that you're actually ready to change and ready to leave behind. Because also, with these lost civilizations, they were actually left behind. Well, some say that they existed in history. Some say that they exist in other dimensions, so that they're actually existing right now. So that gives this another layer too, But I definitely feel a lot of like entanglement with this destined part of yours. It's very interesting, it's fascinating, but I also think it's multi-layered. So you know what, let's just get into your oracle cards and let's see what we can find out. The first one you have is Wolf with Pathfinder. Release your past, and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. So this thing that it says that you're a teacher and help others find their way might be speaking to the positive aspect of this destiny of yours that you're ready to change. And a way of changing this might actually be by turning it into a service of some sort. Let me take this down. Or no, it's not possible yet. Okay. The next card you have, this is an archetype card. And you have Mobius with a dragon and then the death figure. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this. You know what, for you, Paltry, I don't think this has really happened yet. You might actually be in the middle of the biggest culmination of this old destiny of yours. But let me tell you, if that is true for you, then it is changing very soon. There is like a storm coming your way. When the storm is done, I'm feeling like everything will be renewed and there will be empty space. Okay, the next card you have is Wonders. Didn't I tell you that there's a lot of layers to you and to your destiny? I don't think your destiny that is changing and that you're getting rid of is only bad. I think it has been hard and harsh and difficult and heavy, but to say that it has only been bad, I don't think it does it justice. I actually think, like, with this crystal being in space, like, where did it come from? Was crystals given to us, gifted to us from outer space, from other civilizations? Like, I think you truly, like, the wolf here is a gift. And I think that, oh my God, we have so much to figure out in your reading. But let me just tell you that it is very multi-layered. It is not as easy as to just call it, like, bad destiny or good destiny. Like, I think this is such a great and huge part of your journey and your path that it has shaped you. It has shaped you on a soul level. It has brought you a lot of things. And I think that is also something maybe that makes you confused, because you can see that it's not just bad, that it actually has a lot of power to it, and a lot of, you know, almost like supernatural things that are connected to this part of your destiny. And still you feel like you have to get rid of it, you have to change it. So that can make you confused, but I also think that the duality of your destiny, how it can be both good and bad, can also be a bit confusing for you. And now I can take that down. Yeah. But it's interesting. Oh my God, I don't know, like, I don't want to do an hour-long reading for you, but I'm gonna do my best to figure out this multi-layered thing that is connected to your destiny. Okay, so this was the card that flipped out, and it says, it is a sacred journey marker that says the mystery with the number 52. So you have wonder, you have mystery. You know, I think there is a great purpose with this destiny of yours. Why you were born with this destiny, why it was like engraved inside of you, why it started to being activated very early on in your life and is still active. I think there is a great purpose to that, you know. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Six of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. You know what? With the Ace of Pentacles and Six of Swords, it is just telling me that your destiny is actually bigger than you. Even if your destiny carries a lot of like heavy energies, it has always been bigger than you. And where you're going, I'm just getting this all the time. Like, it comes back to me all the time. No matter how much you will get rid of this old destiny, no matter how much that you change it, there will always be aspects of it with you, because this is bigger than you. There is something that you're doing here, you know, with these four cards almost creating like a portal. There is something with your presence and existence here that is bigger than you. It is almost like you were planted here, like a seed on this earth. And something is about to grow out of it, but I don't think that you will ever get rid of this, you know, because I don't think this destiny is like connected to one person in your life, like let's call it a soulmate or something like that. No, maybe you have that type of destiny too, but this isn't talking about that. This reading is talking about something that will grow and almost like have an impact on the whole planet. And that is why it is very important that when you cleanse your destiny, when you change it, because of course that is your right. Like, if there are aspects to it that hurts you, that you don't like, it is your right to change that. It doesn't matter who it would benefit, la 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 la, you know. But there are aspects to it that are very beneficial, that are very strong, that carries a lot of power with it, and a lot of creation power with it. So you also have the King of Wands. So you're definitely like setting something on fire, spreading something. You're spreading something that is, and that is part of your destiny here. You have the Two of Pentacles. And the last tarot card you have is the King of Cups. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take out your charms and spread them out on the cards and see which ones they fall on, and then interpret it. So let me just shuffle them around, closing my eyes, and take them out. And now let's see. Okay, so the first one I'm looking at is the King of Cups and the Star charm that you got. You know, the star is like the star card, you know, carries a lot of hope and healing, just as the King of Cups carries a lot of hope and healing. So let me just start by telling you that the journey you've been on with this specific destiny of yours has been hard on you, of course. However, you will heal from it, and you will learn how to shine with it. Because I'm also seeing that it won't leave you completely, but it will almost like stay with you to enhance the light that you already have that is very strong inside of you. There is something that you're emanating or that is getting out of you in some way that it has a very high frequency. So I think you have a big effect on people around you without maybe even knowing it. I think people step up their game, step up their level when they are around you. And maybe they don't even notice it. Maybe they just interpret it as, oh my God, I just feel so good when I'm around pile 2. But there is an aspect of you that is about shining your light and shining who you are and letting it affect other people. So, oh, you got 2 on the wolf. So on the wolf, you got the bone. You also got the dress that is hanging on a, whatever it's called now, a hanger, hanging on a hanger. You know what? Let me pause that for a little bit and continue to this Ace of Pentacles. You got the smiley charm on the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like I want to take them all at once, so I'll do that, okay? On the King of Wands, you got a flower. You got a cup that has a lot of tools in it, like scissors and pencils. You also got the lock that is shaped as a heart. And on the Mintaka card, you got this wheel that is like a steering wheel for a ship. But it is a wheel. And I feel like I want to start with the wheel landing on your Mintaka card. Because that is speaking of like true fortune against all odds. And I just find it so fascinating that this civilization has sunk underneath the ocean and you get the steering wheel of a ship. And it just speaks to me like there is something that is against the odds for you when it comes to your destiny. And that just tells me, you know, with all of these cards and all of the information here, that truly, truly, your destiny is to overcome this destiny of yours that is multifaceted and multi-layered, that has some negative effects to it. You are supposed to overcome it, but you're also supposed to bring with you the good aspects, the high vibrational aspects of your destiny with you. Because the thing is that here with the wolf and the dress, there is something that is like playing around with it, experimenting around with it. And I don't think you're there yet with this almost like timing card coming through here. But I think that the first phase for you, when you step out of this destiny into creating something completely new from the same thing that you left, from the same thing that you wanted to change, the first part of it will actually be about you first experiencing it in a more fun way, let's call it that, or a lighter way, that even if some parts of the negative aspects of it wants to, like in a stubborn way, stick with you, you will even with those aspects be able to understand, like, how can I turn this around to benefit me? And with all of these, the heart-shaped lock, the tools in the cup, and the flower on the King of Wands, you know, there is something that you would like to create from your destiny and to give to others. It is almost like this far in your life, there is a part of yourself that you've been hiding, not allowed other people to access. And this is another clue for you to what this destiny is that I'm talking about, so that you know how to pinpoint it with your intuition and with your inner knowledge. But it is tightly connected to a part of you that you haven't given access to anyone else. But there is also a longing inside of you to do this. There is also an aspect of being careful. And I sense that the being careful in this reading is all about you knowing how big this is, knowing that your destiny will take you to big things and big places and big humans, but also that you will grow so big of this that there is a part of you that is holding it back a little bit. And that has only to do with you knowing how big this is, how big of an effect this will have on you and on others. Maybe even on like a global scale, as I was seeing with the Ace of Pentacles and with the smiley coming on top of it. You know, it just tells me that this is a confirmation, you know, that yes, you were planted like a seed on this earth. You carried some harsh density with you when it came to the destiny that you were born into. But the thing is that you are here to overcome it and to change it into something else, because you're not supposed to, like this is growing underneath the earth. You're not supposed to stay there underneath the earth. You're supposed to come up to the surface and start to blossom. And when you do that, that is when you overcome your destiny. And that is what I'm seeing is actually an opportunity that will come in very soon for you. Almost forgot this one. I think I didn't say because it was like gold. But on the Six of Swords that speaks of movement, you have a turtle that also speaks of movement, but very slow movement, you know, flowy movement, just going with the stream. Is that what it's called? The current. Going with the current where it will take you. And the thing is that the current is really taking you towards all of this, towards you now stepping into the first phase where you will start to experience like the better aspects of your destiny, because you're still here, like down in the earth. Soon, when you're up there at the surface, you will start to experience the good aspects of your destiny. Then you will overcome it. You will bring with you what you're supposed to have with you, like the better aspects, the high vibrational aspects of your destiny. And then you will start to blossom and bloom and grow. And other people, this is like representing a collective. This woman sitting here, they will want you in some way. Yeah. Yeah. I think I emptied all the cards and the charms. But the thing is that you might be holding yourself back a little bit because of how big it is with the King of Wands, even centering your reading underneath your main card also. But just know that where you're going, it is big. It has a lot of fire to it. The potential of being spread and affecting other people. But before that, you will get to experience your destiny in a much better way and in a much more easier way, healthier way. Yeah, okay. Pile 2, this was your reading. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to MH Tarot and to this pick a card reading. I am so glad to have you here. Today's reading is a beautiful one and an important one. We're going to take a look at what part of your destiny is now ready to be changed and transformed. And maybe we will also get to see what your next steps are towards the new destiny that you want to create. And by the end of this reading, if you liked it and it resonated, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. And now, let me introduce you to your main card. The one that you chose looks like this, and it also says, all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Pile 3, I think that part of your older destiny, that the old destiny that you want to change, part of that has been things or people, maybe even, that has actually taken parts of you away from you. There has been circumstances and periods in your life where you haven't been allowed to be who you are, not been allowed to express who you are. And I'm almost getting like the sense, not even to yourself. Like, I think it's been, there has been some elements in your life that has been quite intrusive and also quite invasive. And I think it has been very hard and strange for you to have that around, because you're like, where does this even come from? Like, I would never do this to anyone. And it is so important for me to be able to allow others to be who they are and just love who they are. So how come that I so often find myself in situations and places and things like that where I am so heavily, what's it called? Like having chains around me that forbids me from being who I am. And even like, as I said before, that maybe some of you have had circumstances where parts of yourself have almost like been taken away from you. And that can be, you know, like a work environment or co-workers or classmates. It can be like a culture. It can be family members. It can be friends. It can be the society you're in. But I think that experience has been a great part of your destined journey this far. And what I get with all paths lead home is that you will overcome this destiny, change it. And the result of it will be that you will finally be able to come home with yourself, that you will be your home. And I'm just gonna shuffle your tarot cards quickly here, so that we can take a look at your oracle cards and look into this destined path of yours that you will overcome. Okay. So I will also take out some charms for you when all of the cards are on the table facing upwards. So I'm just going to remove them. And let's look at the spirit animal that you have. That is the hawk with messenger. And it says, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. So you're definitely eliminating something to get in the right direction of your life. And with greater vision, I see that this is something that has bothered you, and this is something that you just know is part of your path, and that is to find yourself, to hold yourself very close and very closely, because you know that these types of energies that have been surrounding you with like constricting you from you, you not being able to be who you are. It's almost like you're not even allowed to give yourself the love that you have. You know, that those things have been blocking you from other important destinies that you have, other important pathways to go on in this lifetime. So there is like an intuition inside of you telling you to overcome this destiny because there is something greater. So with the messenger, I think that for a very long time, you've been experiencing a lot of synchronicities, a lot of messages about this thing. And one of these signs can actually be that every time you're in that environment that is constricting you, every time you're with that person that is constricting you, bad things happen. And that is a sign for you to run the other way. Okay, the next card you have is an archetype card, and it says Sage. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, let's keep looking at your oracle cards. Okay, so the next card you have is Patience, and look, Patience, and then whoof, flying away. And you also have the sacred journey marker of movement, number 36, turns into a 9, speaks of an ending. Okay. The thing is that I think your reading starts here and ends up there. But I can truly see, you know, why you've been sticking with those energies, environments, cultures, traditions, people, whatever it is actually coming from a very loving place inside of you. It's not because you want to be destructive. It's not because you love those types of energies. There is a sense to you where you want to help out others, where you want to even maybe rescue others. You want to contribute. You don't want to be like seeing something that is not being presented in the best way possible, or seeing something that is presenting itself out of like the lowest vibrations, the lowest versions of itself. When you see that, you see potential. You see something you can contribute to, and that is what you try to do. That is why you stay in those situations or circumstances maybe a little bit too long than what is good for you, you know? And the thing is that because it stems from such a loving part of yourself, life has to be like very direct when it messages you like it's time to move on. Okay, so one way that it is doing this is by every time you're in those energies, bad things will happen. You will not feel great. You will not feel even good. And that is the only way. It's not because life wants you to feel that way, but it's like the only way for life to catch your attention and to see like, okay, me not doing good, me not feeling good is actually a sign that I should leave. And then we get to this part of your reading that is all about movement and flying away, and you're definitely going someplace. You know, that can be a physical place that you're moving, that might be an energetic place where you're just shifting your energies by shifting your attention towards yourself, because we were also speaking of coming home to yourself. But I also see that home is someplace outside of you where these energies are going. So maybe that is an actual home, or there is like you finding yourself a home inside of you will be represented in your outer world by you finding a place here on planet Earth where you will really feel like you're home. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have 8 of Wands. Look, underneath movement and this, is it a stork? I don't know. Big bird flying away. And then you have the 8 of Wands, like, shoof, I'm out. just going. You also have Four of Cups, another umbrella, you know, speaking of that, you're actually, look at this, oh my God, I love this. You're actually being protected, you know, with a messenger, and you're getting signs like, here's an umbrella, fly away now. Like, here's an umbrella, just take it. I know you can see it, but I have it here behind you. Just look at me, you will see it, take it. When you take it, you will take off. And you have the Three of Pentacles. Oh, you know how these touched each other and things start to happening and moving. I think, you know, the Three of Pentacles are really speaking about the messengers, the synchronicities, the help, the guidance that you've been getting for a long time to make sure that this changes. And I also see, like, do you see how these birds, like, you know, in the story of Cinderella, how they're working for you, they're building things for you, like they're even like behind your back working. Maybe you don't see it, maybe you don't know it, but believe me, the signs and synchronicities that you are experiencing in your life is speaking to you having a lot of support. You also have the Star card. Do you see what a nice home she has? This is speaking of home, the aspect of your destiny. Oh my God, what's wrong with the cards? They're moving so much. But this is speaking to an aspect of your destiny that has home attached to it, and that is really part of your destiny. The last card you have is the Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is very slippery card. Okay, let's take out some charms for you and place them on the cards, and then I will read them together with their cards. Okay, and now I'm just gonna scatter them. I'm not looking, I'm gonna scatter them on the cards, and now I'm looking and I can start to read them. Okay, let's start with the Eight of Wands. You actually got a little fairy that is looking behind her. She's also flying, you guys, she's also flying away with the Eight of Wands. What can I tell you? Like, you are definitely destined to move away from these energies. They were part of your heavier destiny connected to this lifetime, but they're not supposed to stay. You are supposed to leave these types of energies, okay? And I also see here with the hawk, you actually got a golden wing. Also speaking of signs, you know, maybe you are getting like feathers as signs too, not just like bad feelings in different situations. It can be feathers. You also have on the messenger card a heart-shaped lock, you know, to get yourself free, to make yourself free, because this is a lock that is closed. So the signs you are experiencing in your life has everything to do with freeing yourself from this situation. On the Star card, you have this sewing machine. I think because, you know, this is a fairy also with wings. You know, do you see how here there is a fairy with wings? They're flying away. Okay, they're coming here. It's like the fairy landed there, and when she's here at home with herself and also in some sort of new home, like some sort of place that is her home here, that is when she can start to create her magic. Also with the sewing machine, you know, creating something. She has this magic wand in her hand. It is when you get there, like, do you see the cards, how they are speaking with each other? When you get there, you will be able to experience new things and yourself in a new way. The Three of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, you have the bow. You know, the team that is working for you are really gifting you with a lot of things. They are. They are a great gift to you and to your life, and they want you to move forward and not only experience this part of your destiny, but actually get to this star card, move into this home, have yourself as a home. And with the Page of Pentacles, that's when you can start a new reality here on earth, to experience new things, experience new growth of wonderful things in your life, but also just to be able to experience yourself here on earth in a new way, to get to keep you to you also. So I think home is a great aspect of your destiny. Maybe that is also, you know, with the Sage card, that while you are attracted to certain situations that can keep you like, you know, like this lock, can keep you locked into them, is because you are looking and longing for a home. And that is why you keep attracting these restricted energies or places or people to you. However, you will overcome that part of yourself and that part of your destiny and move into the next phase of your life where you will be your own home, and you will also find a spot on this earth that you will call home. And when you are there, you together with your team can start to create something brand new for you. Okay, Pile 3. That was your message about your destiny that is ready to be changed. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.